The door opens, time stops, because standing there in this rundown shelter is the one person who can destroy everything I've built. Dante Moretti, still beautiful, still terrifying, still the man I ran from. His eyes scan the room, land on the 2 3-year-olds playing with broken toys. I watch it happen in slow motion, the way his face changes, the way he's counting backward in his head, the way his knees start to buckle, because those boys have his eyes, and he just figured it out. Daddy. Marco looks up at me confused. Who's that man? The word hits Dante like a bullet. Daddy. His eyes snap to mine. Wide, shocked, devastated, and I see the question forming. The question I've been running from for 3 years, but before he can ask it, before he can say anything, I feel it, the flutter in my stomach. The reminder, the secret I've been hiding for 4 months, and I realize this is so much worse than I thought, because he's about to find out about the twins, but he has no idea about the baby I'm carrying. Let me back up, tell you how we got here. My name is Kai Mitchell. I'm 27 years old, and 3 years ago, I made a choice that changed everything. I chose to run from the most dangerous man I've ever known, from the father of my children. 3 days earlier, I was in the bathroom of this women's shelter, staring at 2 pink lines. Again. I whispered to my reflection, but the test didn't lie. 4 months pregnant, for the second time? Or third, technically, because I have twins. 3-year-old boys who think their daddy is just me, who've never asked about another parent, who are my entire world, and now there's going to be another one? How did this happen? I ask myself, but I knew exactly how it happened. 6 months ago, one stupid night, one moment of weakness, I thought I'd never see him again. I was wrong, but let me back up further. To the beginning. When everything started 4 years ago. I was working nights at a hospital in New York, barely making rent, exhausted, alone. That's when he walked in, tall, dark eyes that missed nothing. Expensive suit, despite the blood soaking through it. I need this stitched, he said, showing me a stab wound like it was a paper cut. You need the ER. I need discretion. His eyes locked on mine. Can you do it or not? I should have said no. Should have walked away. Should have called security. But something about the way he looked at me made me say yes. I stitched him up in a supply closet. My hands steady, his eyes never leaving my face. You're good at this, he said when I finished. It's my job. What's your name? Kai. He said it like he was memorizing it. I'm Dante. I know who you are, I said. Everyone knew who Dante Moretti was, and yet you helped me anyway. You were bleeding. He smiled then, and it changed his whole face, made him look almost human. He came back the next night. Not injured. Just waiting when my shift ended. I wanted to make sure you were okay, he said. I'm fine, good. Pause. Can I buy you coffee? I should have said no again, but I said yes. That coffee turned into hours of talking, turned into days of secret meetings, turned into weeks of falling. I'm falling for you, he told me one night. This is dangerous. I whispered back, I don't care. Neither did I. When my heat came, he took care of me, gentle, perfect. And when he marked me, I thought it was forever. You're mine, he said. Always. I believed him. 2 months later, I had news. The best news. The scariest news. I was pregnant with twins. I practiced how I'd tell him for a week. Imagined his reaction, his joy, his surprise. I went to his place one evening, tests in my purse, heart in my throat. Dante, I said, I have something to tell you. He looked at me, and something in his face made my stomach drop. I have something to tell you too, he said. Sit down. I sat. I'm getting married, he said. To someone else? It's been arranged for months. The wedding is in 3 weeks. The world stopped spinning. What? It's business, Kai, an alliance. I can't get out of it, but we're bonded. I know. He looked away. But that doesn't change what I have to do. What about us? There is no us. His voice was flat. This was fun, but it's over. I'm pregnant, I said. The words just fell out. He froze. What? I'm pregnant. With twins? Your twins. Long silence. Then he said the words that destroyed me. Are you sure they're mine? I felt my heart shatter into pieces. Get out, I whispered. Ky. Get out of my apartment. Get out of my life. Get out. He left, and I made a decision right there. He would never know these babies. Would never be part of their lives. Would never get the chance to hurt them like he hurt me. I quit my job the next day. Emptied my savings, took a bus to Boston, changed my name, changed my life. Changed everything. 9 months later, I gave birth to twin boys, Marco and Luca. Perfect, beautiful mine. I raised them alone. 3 jobs. Tiny apartments. But they were fed, clothed, loved for 3 years. We were free. Then I lost my job. Lost my apartment. Ended up here at this shelter with my boys and a secret growing in my belly. A secret that's 4 months along. A secret from one night 6 months ago when I was weak. When I went back to New York for a friend's wedding. When I ran into him at a bar. One night that changed everything again. One night that I thought would stay buried. But secrets don't stay buried. Not when the father of your children is a man, like Dante Moretti. I was in the shelter's common room when the door opened. And there he was, Dante. Looking exactly the same. Still tall, still powerful, still heartbreakingly beautiful. Our eyes met. I saw recognition flash across his face. Shock. Disbelief. Kai. He breathed. I stood up fast, putting myself between him and the boys. You need to leave, I said, but he wasn't looking at me anymore. He was looking past me. At Marco and Luca. At the 2 3-year-olds playing on the floor, at the boys with his dark eyes and my face. I watched him do the math. Saw the realization hit. His face went white. How old are they? His voice was barely a whisper. I didn't answer. Kai. How old? That's when Marco looked up, saw the stranger. Saw me between them, Daddy, Marco said, confused. Who's that man? The word hit Dante like a physical blow. Daddy. His knees buckled, and the most powerful man in New York collapsed to the floor, right? There in the middle of the shelter, tears streaming down his face, looking at the sons he never knew existed, and I realized my 3 years of hiding were over. Part 2, I can't breathe. Dante is on his knees on this dirty shelter floor, staring at Marco and Luca like they're miracles, and my twins, my beautiful boys who've never met another parent, are staring back. Daddy? Luca says now. Why is the man crying? I open my mouth, close it, have no idea what to say. One of the shelter workers rushes over. Is everything okay here, Kai? It's fine, I manage. Can you take the boys to the playroom? Of course, she holds out her hands. Come on, guys, let's find those trucks. Marco and Luca go with her. Looking back at the crying stranger with wide eyes, the moment they're gone, Dante's voice breaks the silence. 3 years old. It's not a question. They're 3 years old. I don't answer. He looks up at me. Still on his knees? Still crying. You've been raising my sons for 3 years and I didn't know you didn't want to know. That's not true. You asked if they were yours. My voice cracks. Those were your last words to me. Are you sure they're mine? Like I was some I know. He cuts me off. I know what I said, and I've hated myself for it every single day since. Not enough to find me. I tried. He stands now, voice rising. I looked everywhere. Hired investigators, searched every hospital in New York. But you vanished. Changed your name? Left no trace. I protected my children. Our children. His hands shake. Those are my sons. Kai, I had a right to. Gave up your rights. I stepped closer. You chose a business arrangement over us. You questioned whether they were yours. You don't get to walk in here 3 years later and claim them. I'm not trying to claim them. His voice drops. I'm trying to understand why you kept them from me, because you would have broken their hearts like you broke mine. We stand there breathing hard. 3 years of anger between us, then his eyes drop. To my stomach. To the hand I've unconsciously placed there, his face changes. Goes from angry to something else. Kai, his voice is careful now. Are you? I turn away. Are you pregnant? I don't answer. Kai, please. Is that? His voice breaks. Is that my baby too? I laugh. Bitter. Does it matter? Of course it matters. Everything about you matters. Everything about don't. I hold up a hand. Don't pretend you care now. I've always cared. I never stopped. You got married. To someone else. While I was pregnant with your children? I didn't. He runs both hands through his hair. I called off the wedding. I freeze. What? 2 weeks before the ceremony? I couldn't do it. Couldn't marry her when I was in love with you. His voice is raw. I broke the alliance. Nearly started a war. Lost half my territory, but I didn't care. Because none of it mattered without you. Then why didn't you find me? I told you. You disappeared? I thought, he chokes. I thought maybe you'd lost the baby, or didn't want me to find you. Or worse, I did lose something. I meet his eyes. I lost the man I loved. The future I imagined. The family I wanted, but you had that? He gestures toward the playroom. You had our sons. I had my son's mine because you weren't there for first words. First steps. First everything I know. Tears stream down his face again. I know what I've missed. And it's killing me. Good, I say. Now you know how it felt when you walked away. Kai, how far along? He asks. What? The baby? How far along? That's none of your business. The hell it isn't. He steps closer. If that's my I laugh again. That's the question, isn't it? Are you sure it's yours? He flinches. I deserve that. You deserve a lot worse than give it to me. Yell, scream, hit me if you want. But don't shut me out. Not again, please. Why should I let you back in? Because those boys deserve to know their father. He swallows hard. And this baby deserves to be wanted from the start. Unlike them, I gesture toward the playroom. I wanted them. His voice breaks completely. I just didn't know they existed because you didn't believe me. I know, and I hate myself for it. But I'm here now. And I'm asking no, I'm begging for a chance. To know them, to be there for this one, to prove I'm not the man who walked away. You can't just walk back in after 3 years. I'm not asking to. I'm asking for supervised visits. Here at the shelter, let me meet them properly. Let them get to know me. And if they don't want me around, I'll leave. But, please, give me one chance. I look toward the playroom. At my boys playing, oblivious to how their world just changed. One chance, I say finally. But if you hurt them, I won't. If you disappoint them, I won't. If you question me ever again, ever. He reaches for my hand, then stops. I swear on my life, Kai, I will never hurt you or our children again. I pull back. 1 hour, tomorrow at 2. Here, thank you. The relief on his face is painful to see, and Dante. I meet his eyes. They're not your children yet. They're mine. You have to earn the right to call them yours. I will. However long it takes, he leaves, and I sink into a chair, shaking. What have I just done? Part 3. Dante shows up the next day at exactly 2 p.m. He's carrying 2 teddy bears. One blue, one green, age-appropriate, thoughtful. I hate that he thought of that. We single quotes in the shelter's family room. Marco and Luca sitting close to me. Boys, I say gently. Remember the man from yesterday? They nod. His name is Dante, and he's... I take a breath. He's your other daddy. Why do we have 2 daddies? Marco asks. Some families are different. I explain. You have me, and you have Dante who helped make you. Where was he? Luca's question cuts deep. Dante kneels to their level. I was far away, he says softly. I didn't know about you, but now I do, and I'm so happy to meet you. Did you know our daddy? Marco asks. Our Kai? I did. Dante's eyes find mine. Your daddy is the most amazing person I've ever met. Then why weren't you here? Luca again. The hard questions, I made mistakes. Big ones, and I'm very sorry. But I'm here now. If you'll let me. The boys look at me. He wants to get to know you, I say. Is that okay? Can we keep the bears? Marco asks. Yes, I say. You can keep the bears. Over the next hour, I watch something I never expected. Dante with our sons. He's patient. Asks about their favorite things. Listens when Marco explains his elaborate game. Admires Luca's dinosaur drawing, and I see it happening. The connection forming when Marco shows Dante how to build a block tower. I see Dante's hands shake. When Luca climbs into Dante's lap without thinking, I see tears in his eyes. These are his sons. And he's meeting them for the first time at 3 years old. The twins go to dinner. Dante and I stand alone. They're perfect, he says. Smart, funny, everything I could have. Don't. I cut him off. Don't talk like you have a right to pride in them. I'm sorry. You're right. Damn right I'm right. Kai. He turns to me. This baby, when are you due? December? That's 7 months away. I know how time works. Are you seeing a doctor? I hesitate. Kai. Tell me you're getting prenatal care. I will. Once I find work, and let me pay for it. No, it's not about money. You're carrying my. Where he stops. Let me make sure you're both healthy. 1 appointment. I say. That's it. It's a start. For the next 2 weeks, Dante comes every day. He brings healthy food, takes the twins to the park, reads bedtime stories, and slowly they start calling him Daddy Dante. Then just Daddy. Daddy can throw me really high. Marco tells me one night, Daddy knows all the dinosaurs. Luca adds. My heart twists every time because I'm losing my monopoly on their love, and it hurts more than I expected. One evening, Dante finds me crying in my room. What's wrong? He sits carefully beside me. The baby. No. Baby's fine. Then what? They love you. I wipe my eyes. Marco and Luca, they already love you so much. Isn't that good? It is. It's what I wanted. But also, I was enough for 3 years. Their whole world, and now I'm not anymore. Kai. He takes my hand carefully. You're their daddy. The one who was there for everything. I'm just new. Exciting because I'm new, but they worship you. I see it, how they look at you. Run to you when they're hurt. Want you when they're scared. Doesn't feel that way. That's because you're pregnant and exhausted and doing everything alone. He squeezes my hand, but I promise you're irreplaceable to them. To all of them. His hand moves to my stomach. May I? I nod. He places his palm gently on the swell. The baby kicks immediately. Hi there, he whispers. I'm your daddy. I know I wasn't there for your brothers, but I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere. I start crying again. He pulls me carefully into his arms. I've got you, he whispers. You don't have to do this alone anymore. And for the first time in 3 years, I let myself believe him. The next day, Dante makes an offer. Move in with me, he says. I actually laugh. No, I'm serious. I have a house, big enough for all of you. The boys could have their own rooms. You'd have space, safety, and what do you get? My family under one roof, where I can protect them. I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not asking you to. Separate rooms. No expectations. Just, let me take care of you while you're pregnant. This is insane, is it? He looks around the shelter. Or is staying here insane when I'm offering you and our children something better? I look at the cramped room, the shared bathroom, the donated clothes. 1 month, I say. Trial basis. You mess up once, I won't. If the boys are unhappy, they won't be. Separate rooms, separate lives, whatever you need. I'm making a huge mistake. But I'm pregnant, exhausted, and out of options. Okay, I say. The relief on his face is almost painful. You won't regret this. He says, I already do. But maybe, just maybe, this could work. Subscribe for more stories like this. Part 4. The house is beautiful, not mansion level, but big. Modern, safe. We have our own rooms. Marco shouts, running through halls. There's a yard. Luca yells. I stand in the foyer, overwhelmed. Your room's upstairs, Dante says. Next to the boys, mine's on the other side of the house, separate wings. Like promised, the nursery's being set up, he continues. But I wanted you to pick everything. You're setting up a nursery. Our daughter needs one. I freeze. Daughter, the ultrasound. He looks sheepish. I might have asked when you were in the bathroom. It's a girl. We're having a girl. You found out without me. I'm sorry. I was just so excited. And I turn and walk away. Kai. Wait, but I'm already upstairs. He follows. Knocks on my door. I'm sorry, he says through the wood. I should have waited. Should have let you be there. Yeah, you should have. Can I come in? No, please. I want to apologize properly. I open the door. You want to apologize? Stop making decisions about my baby without me. Our baby, he corrects gently. No, this baby is mine. Those boys are mine. This life is mine. You're just here. His face falls. Right. I'm sorry, the first week is tense. Dante keeps his distance. Doesn't push. Sleeps in his wing. But he's there every morning. Every evening. Every bedtime, being a father, and I hate how good he is at it. Week 2. Things shift. I wake up at 3 a.m., 2 voices. Dante's on the phone in the hallway. Voice low, tense. I don't care what they want. I'm out. Pause. That. Life is over. I have a family now. Longer pause. Then you'll have to make that choice without me. He hangs up, sees me watching. Everything okay? I ask. Fine. Go back to sleep. Who was that? No one. Just business. Dante, it's handled. Kai, don't worry about it, but I do worry because 3 days later a car follows us to the park. I notice it first. Black SUV, tinted windows. Staying 2 cars back, Dante, I say quietly. That car? He looks in the mirror, sees it. His jaw tightens. Take the boys inside when we get home, he says. Lock the doors. What's happening? Just do it, please. At home, I rush the boys inside. Watch through the window as Dante approaches the car. 2 men get out. Expensive suits. Hard faces. They talk. Dante shakes his head. They talk more. Dante's hands clench. Then one of them hands him a photo, even from here. I see Dante's face go white. He comes inside 5 minutes later. Won't meet my eyes? What was that? I demand. Nothing. Don't. Can't lie to me. They're people from my old life, wanting me back, and I told them no. What was in the photo? He's quiet. Dante, what was in the photo? You and the boys. At the park yesterday, my blood runs cold. They're threatening us. They're reminding me what I have to lose. Then you need to go back. Keep us safe by leaving. No. Dante, not leaving. His voice rises. I'm not abandoning my family again, even if it gets them hurt. I won't let that happen. You can't promise that. Watch me. The next morning, I wake up to men in suits all over the house. Security. Dante explains. Personal protection. This is insane. This is necessary for how long? Until I end this. How? By handling it. Once and for all, he leaves that night. Comes back 3 days later, covered in bruises. It's done, he says. We're safe. What did you do? What I had to. His eyes are hard. No one threatens my family. But something's changed. I see it in his face. The violence he tried to leave behind, it's still there. 1 week later, I go into labor. 2 months early. Dante rushes me to the hospital. Holds my hand. Doesn't leave, but I see the fear in his eyes because our daughter is too early. Too small. She comes out silent. They whisk her away immediately. Dante follows, leaving me alone, and I realize something. I don't know if this family or building can survive his world, or if we're all just targets now wearing his last name like bullseye. Part 5. Our daughter is in the NICU. Pounds. Tiny. Hooked to machines, but breathing, fighting, alive. Dante hasn't left her side in 3 days. I watch through the window as he talks to her through the incubator. Hi, baby girl, he whispers. I'm your daddy. You're so strong. Just like your daddy Kai. He's crying again. This man who was so cold 4 years ago, who questioned if my twins were his, who's now falling apart over our daughter fighting for every breath. Mr. Mitchell Moretti. A nurse approaches. You can go in now. I go to my daughter. Place my hand in the incubator. Touch her tiny fingers. Hi, Sophia, I whisper. I'm your daddy. The one who carried you? And I'm so sorry you had to come out early. Dante's hand covers mine on the incubator. She's perfect, he says. She's too small. She's a fighter. Like her daddy, we stand there together, parents. Despite everything, on day 5, they let us hold her. Dante goes first. Takes her so carefully. Like she's made of glass. Hi, sweetheart, he whispers. I'm here. Daddy's here? I watch him with our daughter. See the love radiating from him? And I make a decision, Dante, I say quietly. I want to go home. He looks up. To the house? No, to us. To being a family. Really, Kai, I'm tired of fighting this. Fighting us. You've proven yourself. With the boys? With her? With me? Are you sure? No, I smile slightly. But I'm willing to try. If you are, I've been trying this whole time. I know Sophia comes home. 2 weeks later. Healthy, strong, perfect. The boys are obsessed with their baby sister. She's so tiny. Marco whispers. Can we keep her? Luca asks. Dante and I laugh. Yes, I tell him. We're keeping her. That night, after the kids are asleep, Dante asks me something. Marry me, he says. What? I know we're doing this backwards, but I want it official. Want to choose you in front of everyone? Dante, love you, Kai. I've loved you for 4 years. Will you marry me? I look at our daughter in her bassinet, our sons sleeping down the hall. This man who fought his way back to us? Yes. I say yes. We get married 3 months later. Simple ceremony. The boys as ring bearers. Sophia sleeping through it all. When Dante says his vows, his voice shakes. I promise to choose you every day. You and our children are my world. I will spend my life proving I deserve you. You already have, I whisper. Because he has, by showing up. By staying. By fighting for us when walking away would have been easier. 2 years later, I'm in our kitchen making breakfast. Sophia is 2 now. Running around with her brother's daddy, she yells, running to Dante. Up. He scoops her up, spinning her. Marco and Luca are 5. Starting kindergarten next week, they both run to me. Daddy Kai, we made you a picture. I look at their drawing. Our family, all 5 of us. It's perfect, I tell them. Dante comes up behind me, arms around my waist. Happy, he asks. I look at our children, our home, our life. Yeah, I say. I'm happy because this is what I always wanted. Not the house or the security or the comfortable life, just this family. Love, home, my name is Kai Mitchell Moretti. I hid my twins from their Mafia Alpha father for 3 years. He found me in a shelter, pregnant with his 3rd child, and he fell to his knees begging for a chance. I thought it was the end of everything, but it was just the beginning. Of our family. Our future, our forever. This is our story. Messy, complicated, real, and I wouldn't change a single moment because every hard moment led us here to this kitchen. These children, this love. And that's worth everything. Thanks for listening. If this story moved you, hit subscribe for more emotional BL stories. Drop a comment and tell me what you thought. See you next time.